going to tell you like how to do it right, and I'm also going to tell you kind of like how to cheat the system, even though your coach is here. So when you drop back and go bench press, there's like, there's certain markers on the bar or whatever. I usually try to grab just outside of my shoulders. I feel like it's kind of like the most functional from sport. Like rarely is there a time when there's anything going on like this. It's usually like in tighter to your body, things are coming out, you know what I mean? But your arms really aren't going to be super wide. So regardless of like what they do at certain combines or certain tests or whatever, I usually have my guys go a little bit tighter, and girls, just because I feel like it's a little more functional for what we're trying to do. So for myself, my grip, I usually just go thumbs here, because for me, as you can see, like my wrists are slightly outside of my shoulder, wrist is slightly outside of my shoulder. I come underneath. When I press out of this, right here, you want to keep your chest really big. Like you'll see some people, they'll lift off on this, they'll lift off, and their initial thing is they're like this, and they've just made their chest really, really small. Well, the only thing that did is it just made it a lot longer that I have to bring this down on the way down, right? But if I make my chest really big, I just gave myself 2 more inches that I don't have to bring the bar down. So when you drop down, you arch that chest up, you make that chest really big, you keep your abs tight, you drop down there, you press out of that, you come out at a much shorter distance than if I go here. And now I have to bring that all the way down and press out of that. That sucks, right? That's terrible. Like I just added like 30% to my range of motion. So one, that's going to get you a lot stronger, a lot faster doing it like that, because you want to make sure that your chest is fully contracting, so you want to make sure that your chest is really big when you do it. But two, it kind of works to your advantage because you're going to end up doing a lot more weight because you're keeping that chest big, shoulders back, arch your back up a little bit. To protect your spine, make sure your feet stay in contact with the ground. You'll start to see, like, I'm sure you've seen anybody in the weight room, they start to struggle with the weight, feet start to do all this, and they're like, things are kicking around. Make sure those feet stay intact with the ground, abs tight. You want everything to be really stable. The second you get unstable, everything is going downhill. So make sure those feet stay intact with the ground, abs tight, chest big, make your chest really big, press up and out of it. Something to keep in mind, you guys, people like get like really infatuated with, hey, like touch the bar to your chest, whatever, do those sorts of things. Well, the guys that you see doing like bench press on TV are generally like 260 pounds and their chests are like out to here. So you think about the angle their arm has to come down to generally hit their chest, and I'm not a great example because I'm pretty lean myself, at least I think so. When you drop down, like those guys have to drop to here and it's banging off their chest. So if you look where my elbows are, they're at 90 degrees, right? Press up out of that. So what I usually try and teach everyone is like when you drop, hit those elbows just past 90 and press out of it. Anything beyond that, if I'm bringing down and I'm doing a press, anything beyond that slight